2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's an intra-division match. Colts taking on the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And we are underway from Houston. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
Stroud to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stroud off the play fake. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
And I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I keep pressing it downfield.
He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and but to send a message to the defense, you can have a lot to handle in this one.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that, and it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Colts ready to go to work here offensively, and it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
Throwing Rivers. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's Rivers. A short one there, caught by Warren. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action now, Rivers. That one finds Pierce right side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal, Indianapolis.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Taylor is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Here's Taylor again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Groupie able to add the PAT. And we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
27-yard line.
Stroud going to give to Marks. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Stroud out of the gun here. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing.
Getting home and finishing the play.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
Stroud looking to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
For the Texans.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 yards on the
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The option again to Taylor here. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he gets this up past the 30.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw, Rivers.
Got his man, it's Warren.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Colts first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Colts.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Rivers fires this into the flat, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ward. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. 2nd and goal from the 1. And right side, they're going to go option here. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Houston's offense taking over again. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Start the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Up the middle, it's Marks. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Stroud sets up the play action. This one left side caught by Collins. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. They run straight ahead with Marks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Stroud keeps it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Texans first down.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
As Stroud now to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Marks now on 1st and 10. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Stroud. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
It's a gain of 8.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Stroud. He'll swing this out to Marks. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 18 yards for Nick Chubb. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try to get some of those points back.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Rivers. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing, Rivers.
A short one there, caught by Warren.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in foot.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And unfortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down.
Remember, earlier in this game, he lost a fumble. This time, it hit the deck, but he got it back.
Yeah, do you think he's breathing a monster sigh of relief right now? Could you imagine losing 2 in the same game and how that would affect you moving forward? Well, for him, high and tight, just like a good haircut. Never go wrong that way. Hold that football.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet. and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Rivers.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
They'll begin on the ground with Marks.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
On the give, here's Marks.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
This 2nd and 4. Stroud to throw it. They'll find Marks out of the backfield.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side to Higgins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Now Stroud. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag.
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that some...
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He'll let one go deep for downs.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Rivers.
Over the middle, pass caught by Warren.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rivers to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Colts first down. A gain of 15. And a Colts first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 77 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
That's going to be caught by Allie Cox.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Texans 17.
That time a 9-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Groupie to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Stroud looking to throw.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They set up the screen. Marks. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on third. They had more guys than they could block. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Play fake. Rivers. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Stroud working out of the gun. Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Second and 6.
Now Rivers. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
A tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw off play action.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game.
Stroud.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Take it at the 37. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
Yeah, he's right there on the doorstep now. Rivers fires this into the flat, complete. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
To throw, Rivers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Out of the gun, it's Marks. Fancy footwork at the 45. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, back to Marks. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. The handoff, it's Marks. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll swing this out to Marks. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Calling a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll complete this one to Collins. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud out of the gun here. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is. And he was able to bat it away.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
4 yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Rivers. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Houston set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Throwing now is Stroud.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Stroud to throw it.
This pass complete to Higgins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Stroud sets up the play action. This one taken in by Stover.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 21. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Stroud going to give to Marks.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Stroud. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Rivers.
He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Sheldon Rankins
in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
On the handoff, Marks.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Adetomiwa Adebawore, he got in there to stop him before he could get back to the line of scrimmage.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
On the slant, here's Collins.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Stroud looking to throw.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Groupie for the extra point.
And the lead is down to 2. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
From out of the gun, here's Marks. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
To throw is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
First down.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To a knee goes Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.